re-emphasize my point in 2024 when Kendrick drops, everyone's like, ah, you know? Because it had been so long that we saw a man get up there and do more. This ain't cat, hat, that, shat, twat. We always hear niggas talking about pussy and niggas talking about beating it up and soo-wopping it and suplexing it and fucking sweet chin music in the pussy, beating it black and blue. And finally we have women talking about their own orifice. Bitch nigga, you're not tired of people rapping about the same content, because if you were, you wouldn't listen to majority of your music library. You just hate women, and you hate talented women, and you hate confident women, and that's a you problem, nigga. And if you consider yourself one of the good guys, or you consider yourself as someone who says, well, that doesn't apply to me, I should hear your voice the loudest at this point. Before we get into today's episode, I just need to get some shit off my chest, because it's some dark-sided shit going on the internet today, and I'm sure you've seen it.
I don't want to see any of this dark-sided psychics, all the things, tarot card reading. I rebuke it in the name of the Lord, Mom.
Whether it's academics and Aiden Ross's vile comments on Doechii.
I hope everyone, Doechii rant? Oh, dude, don't get me started on that bitch. Hey, don't get me started on that bitch. Don't get me started on that industry plant. Don't get me started. Fuck Doechii. The umbrella clip pissed me off. What an entitled, unintelligent piece of shit she is, bro. She deserves, bro. I'm not joking, bro. Stop listening to her music. Cardi and Abel, why would you give her a feature on a remix? You shouldn't have cleared it. She's just the worst. She's a piece of shit. She stole someone that I used to know. She makes no good music. She's horrible. So fuck Doechii. Fuck Doechii. Fuck Doechii. Okay? She has zero talent.
Or DDG getting a restraining order put on him for physically and verbally and emotionally assaulting Halle Bailey. Or the recent uptick in harassment of Megan Thee Stallion after Tory Lanez alleged stabbing happened. Or any of the bullshit in between. Enough is a fucking enough. Enough is enough. Let me be clear. I don't give two fucks about what a nigga who shaved his head and sniffed the ass air of Andrew Tate has to say.
I have work to do. I'm done. I fixed you.
Where you going?
But when he is literally co-signed by the likes of Aubrey Drake Graham and also the #2 person listed in Complex's hip hop media power list, co-signs and associates with him, something has to be said. And let's be clear, people don't give a fuck about black women, which is why you see what you see in terms of the treatment of confident, strong, talented black women who are rappers. We see the treatment of them like that online. People don't give a fuck. And so I don't give a fuck if it's academics, Aiden, or Drake. I'm going to say something about it.
I'm going to say what I want to until somebody beats my ass. And then I'm going to say it with a black eye.
This entire episode is about how women saved hip hop and how we need to give them their flowers while they can smell them and give them their just due, as these niggas were dying out here, getting jailed out here, and were hitting plateaus because they had no creative juice in the tank. But before we get to that, we have to acknowledge the fact that the hate that these women artists receive is rooted in anti-blackness and misogyny, or what we call misogynoir. The specific misogyny, abuse, harassment, disdain that black women face. They are at the intersection of being women and being black. And everyday black women get treated like this. But when you're confident and when you're in the spotlight and you dare to have an opinion or stand up for yourself, oh, it gets so much worse for you. And we're in this era of, instead of these niggas, these 4chan niggas, these incel niggas being relegated to these dark, obscure corners of the internet, these actions online are mainstream, particularly on the cesspool of the social media site that is Twitter. I refuse to call that shit X. That shit's dumb as fuck. But the first thing I see this morning is Aiden Ross daring to open his illiterate ass fucking mouth and say that Doechii has zero talent, that she's unintelligent, academics saying that she's 100% an industry plant, and we just don't know, and she's just moseying around and having all these looks because she's an industry plant, not because of her talent. All this energy that they have for women, like Aiden saying, oh, well, show me the bullet wounds, bitch.
Fire. You fuck with Tory?
Yeah.
That's my good friend of mine.
I love Tory.
He's a good dude.
I love
He
Tory.
really ain't do shit. Free Tory. I'm gonna tell you why. Megan will never show her bullet hole. She got caught stepping on glass in a body cam they just found. Tori had no evidence on that shit, bro. Tori didn't do it, I promise you. Show the bullet wound, bitch. Sorry. Sorry, Z. Come on, bro. They lied on my man's name. Lied on my man's name.
Or having the nerve to call a writer, actress, dancer, creative extraordinaire unintelligent. Bitch, you're anti-black as fuck. And we wouldn't even have to talk about academics if major corporations and media like that did not literally legitimize him. Yes, he has a large audience and on Twitch and on Kick and all these places, but when they're legitimized by like legacy media, it seeps into the mainstream. Same with Aiden Ross, who did Drizmas with Drake after he was permanently banned from Twitch for unironically platforming Nazi glorification in his comment section. I kid you not. His association with Holocaust deniers, his association with white supremacists. Drake's sitting around talking about Kendrick was anti-Semitic with Not Like Us, and you're sitting across from a white supremacist apologist. Someone who associates with people who say the Holocaust wasn't that bad or it wasn't even real at all.
I'm not saying it like it didn't happen. I'm just saying, why did they have wooden doors in the gas chambers?
Wait, what?
Why were there wooden doors in a gas chamber?
I don't know.
How do you fit 6 million people in a gas chamber?
No, they didn't all go in at once. It was shifts. Like
one at a time? Why not just shoot them like every other genocide? Like in the Bosnia genocide, for example, they just line them up and shoot.
Because you're wasting equipment, I think.
What, a bullet compared to a whole box full of gas? And you fit 6 million people over the span of 6 years?
So you think it was
okay, so how many people fit in there? Like maybe 100? How many times would you need to load that up? How much gas would it need to take? How do you get them all in there? How do the guards not get gas while they're putting them in there?
What are we talking about? These people, number one, need to be blocked, muted, ignored. I understand that their comments, their tweets are to engender rage. It's rage bait content. It is the bottom of the barrel, most lowbrow hanging fruit you could produce on the internet. I understand that. But when black women are the fodder, I have to say something. We have to say something. I'm sick and tired of the perpetual online and real life abuse that black women face merely for existing. And there's obviously a misogynistic, patriarchal backlash from the Me Too movement and the rise of major stars in terms of women in hip hop, which is literally why we're even convened here today. We can't give them their flowers. We can't let them get too big. They have to be humbled. They can't slip up or make a mistake without being raked over the coals relentlessly. We give abusers chance after chance after chance. But let a confident black woman who's talented as fuck yell at her staff for not doing their goddamn job. And now we have to start the Doechii hate train and tearing her down and humbling her and everything in between. Niggas out here with 6 different baby mamas, 12 different abuse cases, millions of dollars sent in settlements, and their shit be trash. But we're still talking about, is thought rap over? Is pussy rap done? Why can't they figure out different things to talk about? And all these same misogynistic niggas were on the side of Doechii because they perceived her to be opposite of pussy rappers because they have no media literacy. They don't even open their fucking ears and listen to her lyrics. Probably haven't even played a single fucking song. Because if you did, you wouldn't even be saying that. It's plenty pussy talk around here. I'm so tired of this. And I felt the need to address this before we get into why women saved hip hop and how they did so. Because there's too much passivity in this space of like, oh, we'll just ignore them. It's rage bait, which is valid. But black women, whether they're rappers, celebrities, your auntie, your whatever, someone that's stranger, whatever, you need to be protected. They must be protected. When you see an injustice, I don't give a fuck if it's online or not. You have to stand up and show solidarity because historically, black women have literally been invisible. Black women also get arrested. Black women also get brutalized by the police. There was a black woman who was the dean of a college that got shot in broad daylight last week. Did you even hear about this story? The ability for people to discard us and to take, whether it's a bop, whether it's titty milk, whether it's emotional support, take, and don't have the temerity, the balls, or the audacity to stand up and say, that's fucked up. When black women are at the brunt of this abuse and harassment. The fact that we could probably calculate that DDG will get more support, will get more followers. And I've already seen the solidarity among his Twitch streamer peers of like, I don't really believe her. I stand with DDG. Yeah, no shit, nigga. We know that all of y'all are pro-abuse. No accountability, no recourse, just gaslighting, harassment, doxing, a lack of intelligence. It's sick. It's sick. And if you consider yourself one of the good guys, or you consider yourself as someone who says, well, that doesn't apply to me, I should hear your voice the loudest at this point, because there is no substance to the criticism I see of Megan, of even Angel Reese, of Doechii, of Flo Milli. Y'all literally drug Flo Milli through the dirt because she got pregnant and she wasn't married. Men and women. But Future can have 9 baby mamas. And we're like, oh my God, yeah, this is real blues right here. And look, I have no problem with Future's music. I'm just like, the double standard, the purity testing we do for black women, the fact that you can listen to a nigga talk about blunts and lean and fucking and money and committing crimes every other song, but then turn around and say, all they do is talk about pussy. Bitch nigga, you're not tired of people rapping about the same content, because if you were, you wouldn't listen to majority of your music library. You just hate women, and you hate talented women, and you hate confident women, and that's a you problem, nigga. Insecure ass nigga, funky booty ass nigga. I'm serious. So insecure that you have to tear down a woman, you have to discredit her, you have to bring up her pussy, her body count, her pregnancy, whatever, in order for you to feel like more of a man. And that's sad. And I don't know if it's because daddy wasn't in home. I don't know if you didn't have proper mentors. I don't know what it is, but it's just like the online hate translates to real violence. And I'm tired of us thinking that this online hate has no consequences. For your mentions and your notifications to be like filled with die, I hate you, that damages people's mental health. To know that coming forward about abuse is not gonna be enough. You're gonna have a whole legion of niggas that are like, oh, you should have killed her. I remember when Megan Thee Stallion got shot, because she got shot. You fucking stupid ass, QAnon ass niggas that don't think she got shot. Tory Lanez shot her. I remember they were like, he should have aimed up. He should have aimed higher. Y'all don't give a fuck about women getting abused until they pass away. And then even then, well, what is she doing? What was she, was she here? I remember as young as 5th or 6th grade, when I saw Rihanna's face in the newspaper, and people were like, oh, she hit him first. It's a sickness that is pervasive, not only in our community, but particularly in the hip hop media ecosystem. You have incel edgelords, like your academics, like your no jumpers, like your Aidens, and every fuck nigga in between that feels comfortable degrading black women. And where are the good guys? Telling us to just block and ignore? No, you need to be strong advocates against this shit. You need to check these niggas. Because they are so warped in their head by sexism, misogyny, misogynoir, they don't even hear words when a woman speaks. If you've ever heard academics speak about a woman, like when he had a shitty ass review, a biased shitty ass review of the GNX tour, and Lauren, Lauren Lorenz or Lauren from The Breakfast Club was like, you lied. Your review wasn't accurate. And he was sitting there pressing all caps, calling her all types of bitches and whores and sluts and all that. These men are so dangerous, they genuinely believe women are subhuman and have subhuman qualities. It's sick, it's scary, and the good guys need to step in and handle these niggas. And I know y'all are scared of them too. But it is what it is, nigga. It is what it is. I am exhausted. We cannot just enjoy women and rap in peace. We can't. And that's why this video is so important. That's why me talking about how I believe women save rap music is important because they did and they deserve their flowers. Women are the best thing in hip hop right now, and they have been for some years now. The era of dominance by only one queen is long gone, and we're now in an era where multiple female stars have cultural ubiquity, as in the culture knows who they are, knows their music. They are in the cultural zeitgeist. We have more than one at one time. And that is such a beautiful thing. And it's because of the quality of the products that they're putting out. It's because as a result of a system, a genre that has been gatekept by men forever, they have to do the choreography. They have to put their outfits together. They have to put pen to paper. And even the girls that are not lyrical, miracle, boom, bap are creating the songs of the fucking summer. Wham whammy. Bana Summer. I'm so ATL.
And I'm like, I'm so ATL. I'm so ATL. I'm so ATL. I'm so ATL.
The list goes on. Something I want to highlight today to get away from the dark-sided bullshit is how women saved the hip-hop genre when there was a drought, a known drought among male acts due to jail time, drug abuse, street violence, and more. And I know that we all exist in a media echo chamber. Like, what I see on my feed is not what you see on your feed, or maybe it is because we are in the same echo chamber. I understand that. But this idea of, you know, Kendrick, when he dropped Like That in 2024, and everyone was like, rap is back. Two things there. I take issue with it because the women had been dominating, I would say, from like 2019, but we'll call it 2020 to like present, right? Or we'll say up until 2024, which I still think that they have succeeded and dominated even past 2024. But I feel like 2024 is captured by the largest hip hop beef of modern history, right? But who dropped the first diss of 2024? Megan Thee Stallion with Hiss, when she blew Nicki Minaj out of the fucking water. But I'm getting ahead of myself. The other part of Rap is Back is an implication and an admission that rap was dead. When we think of mainstream hip hop, a lot of people will point to the major male acts, right? Your Kendricks, your Drakes, your Futures, your 21s, and at one point, your Lil Babies, right? Your Young Thugs. And I think a lot of times when we think of major actors and major players in hip hop, they don't think of the women. And I think this is because of that sexism that we are like conditioned under in our patriarchal society, in a society that was made by and for men, rich white men specifically. We don't think about the women. And so I want to take this moment to highlight them. I believe women saved the day and kept the genre afloat from around 2020 to 2024. And Southern women in particular are at the forefront of this movement. If you think of every single major female act in terms of hip hop right now, pretty much all of them are from the South, with the exception of Cardi B, but she hasn't even dropped her sophomore album yet. She's done some features here and there. And so although she is a huge figure, I would say she's more of a media and fashion personality right now than she actually is rapping, which is totally okay. To flesh out this premise a little bit more, let's go back to some of the major moments that negatively impacted the male hip hop scene up until the Kendrick and Drake battle. And we're talking about mainstream hip hop right now. We know that the underground rules, I love y'all, but we're talking about major acts that maybe your mom would even know about. In terms of the events that negatively impacted the male side of hip hop, overall, in my view, from my echo chamber and the way that I consume media, the culture at large was saying that the state of mainstream hip hop was very bleak and uninspiring. And I believe that several vacuums were created as a result of some of the things that we're gonna talk about. And this is not in chronological order. Pop Smoke died, Mo3 died, Drill was leading to kids getting killed and locked up. Pooh Shiesty went to jail. DaBaby ruined his run with the homophobia and the AIDS joke and like all that shit. Lil Key passed. Takeoff died. Lil Baby took a hiatus. Drake went to like attacking women in the Her Loss for All the Dogs era. Young Thug went to jail. Gunna went to jail. Future is pretty solid. He's Future. He definitely had a resurgence with the We Don't Trust You era, but like he's pretty much maintained his relevancy throughout. Travis fell off. Lil Durk has since gone to jail. Kanye is a Nazi. G Herbo got caught up. Rich Homie Quan died. The male mainstream hip hop scene was seeing so many losses. Loss of creativity, loss of these men due to jail or overdose or being killed. And I feel like people were hearing that same repetitive Lil Baby style or even drill style beat where it was just like, okay, what else? What else is there? Not to say that the people weren't streaming the music, not to say that people weren't still fans of these people, but I feel like by and large, from a cultural standpoint, it was like, okay, well, hip hop seems to be kind of on this decline. And I feel like in the midst of these vacuums being created, you saw male rap acts start to collaborate with the women seriously, right? You've got Don't Stop with Megan featuring Young Thug. You had Rich Baby Daddy with Sexy Red and Drake. You had Bossman D-Lo and Tyler the Creator collab with Glorilla last year. Acts like Skilla Baby and Rob 49 started to cater their lyrics to women, talking about bust downs and French tips and shit, right? You got Babe by Skilla Baby, that was last year. Wazam Baby, Rob 49 last year. And then even like from a media standpoint, particularly with Sexy Red's rise to fame, you would see niggas like posting up with her, trying to get a photo with her, trying to get a feature with her.
Ski, sexy, big sexy. You like my voice?
It's how you We need to take a picture.
Let's get it, folks. I'm trying to go viral with you anyway.
Okay.
I couldn't wait to go viral. I've been waiting to see
that. Bye, man. What you gonna do out here?
I'm about to do, me and Southside about to do this funny mark.
For real?
What you doing? You getting your living?
And it was just like very obvious that the shift towards taking multiple female rappers seriously at one time was really gaining traction. And they were the mainstream voices that we were seeing. And transitioning to the events on the female side of hip hop, right? Nicki's reign and talent is something that cannot be denied. It's so sad to see the way that her legacy has degraded. And I won't even say degraded itself, that like she has degraded her own career in a way.
Bullet fragment foot bitch. Bullet fragment bitch. She a bullet fragment bitch. Now listen here, ho. You don't want your good foot.
Obviously, people are still going to see her on tour. Obviously, people are still streaming the music. But we know that like her legacy was supposed to go way different than this. Particularly the way that she treated all the new incoming girls. It's been kind of nasty to watch. Cardi came along and opened up the field for more than one woman in rap to be hot. Because keep in mind, there's a long history of women in rap, right? Queen Latifah, Missy Elliott, Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, Da Brat, MC Lyte, Roxanne Shante. And they had their moments at the time being, but this is a whole different type of era where the women are leading the charge, they're getting booked, they're in advertisements, they're all on your feed, they're your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. And not to say that that didn't exist then, but I will say in this digital age, we're just seeing an explosion of where you've got these mainstream acts, but then you've got like Pluto and YK Nisi and Bunna B and all these like little smaller offshoots that are like having their own viral moments and like are taking over in their own regard, you know? So it's just the ubiquity and the saturation of women being taken seriously is phenomenal. You got A tier, you got S tier, you got B tier, you got C tier. You know, you have all of those competing and existing at one time, and I think that's beautiful as fuck. And just as a caveat, 2018 and 2019 obviously has successful female acts and female songs like Icy Girl and Act Up, but 2020 is when I personally think that the new mainstay movement of female rappers was upon us, right? In 2020, Megan Thee Stallion dropped Savage and Beyonce hops on the remix and the TikTok trend goes insane.
I'm a savage, classy, bougie, ratchet, sassy, moody, nasty. Yeah, acting stupid. What's happening? What's happening? I'm a savage. Yeah.
That was where it was like, whoa, okay, even like white middle-aged suburban moms know who the fuck Megan Thee Stallion is. And she's graduated from making YouTube videos in her Houstonian suburbs to like real hot girl shit. Old Navy tees are being sold in the stores. You know what I mean? And to get a look like that, to get a Beyonce look like that, like Beyonce, I don't give a damn if you from Houston or wherever, whatever. She not just hopping on nobody's shit. It was a very obvious climb and just rise to stardom that could not be ignored. And that moment, I feel like really put not only Megan on the main stage, but it was like, oh, it's not just Cardi and Nicki. Because remember, there was that dichotomy for a long time. It's Cardi, it's Nicki, it's Megan, it's, oh, who is this? It's Flo Milli. Oh, who is this? It's Rico Nasty, maybe, you know. She really just kind of busted that door wide. Then we have notable projects, songs, moments from the 2020s to present, right? You've got Latto, she gives us 777, the album, which gives us Big Energy with Mariah Carey, another female rapper who is partnering with a legacy act, a legacy pop star, R&B star, and is given a brand new stage internationally. Sexy Red takes the industry and male fans by storm with Hood Hottest Princess, which gave us Pound Town, Hellcats, SRTs, Looking for the Hoes, Ski Yeet. It was a Ski You summer, bitch. It was a Looking for the Hoes summer, bitch. It was a Pound Town summer, bitch. Remember that video of her at that frat house and like all the white boys are going crazy? Like, Ski Yeet took the world by storm.
If you see me and you tryna see what's up, he wanna fuck with me, then I'ma have him stuck.
Obviously, you have Megan. We mentioned the Savage remix. Her freestyles.
These bitches don't like me, but I got to make them hate me. How you wanna be me at the same time wanna shake me? I be making money on the motherfucking daily. Got my label mad, but them niggas got to pay me. Ayy, who y'all hoes be talking to? Ignore y'all how y'all father do. Until one of y'all hoes say my name, no, I can't acknowledge you. Bitch, you on your first rollie. Ain't shit about your wrist flooded. Talk to me when you really make it get done with all of that dick sucking. I run shit regulated.
She dropped Good News. She headlined Lollapalooza. She had Hot Girl Summer featuring Nicki, which I don't really care for that song, but what a huge collaboration with Nicki, and that was featuring Ty Dolla $ign. And then we get the Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B collab. Cardi B had already established herself at this point. Invasion of Privacy had already gotten a Grammy. And they collaborate and give us WAP. Wet ass pussy, bitch. This shit had Republicans in Congress flipping they toupees over, bitch. They had Ben Shapiro going crazy in this bitch. Like, Kylie Jenner was in the video, which I know was like a huge moment. WAP transcended a lot of shit. And a lot of people say this is where the whole Megan-Nicki separation happened because, you know, when you collaborate with Nicki, you're only supposed to collaborate with Nicki. And she was very like vexed that Megan not only collaborated with Cardi, but that WAP blew Hot Girl Summer out the fucking water. Like, look, hey, Nicki's verse on Hot Girl Summer is still viral. It's still relevant. It's still fire, you know, but let's be honest. WAP blew that shit out the fucking water. And it was awesome. It was an awesome moment. And I remember thinking at the time, like, yes, like, we always hear, as female lovers of hip hop, we always hear niggas talking about pussy. And niggas talking about beating it up and sue-wopping it and suplexing it and fucking sweet chin music in the pussy, beating it black and blue. And finally, we have women talking about their own orifice, right? We've got women actually being like, no, I'm gonna put this shit on you, nigga. I'm gonna fuck you, nigga. You know? And that, I loved that the sexual liberation came with Megan's persona, with Tina Snow, just what she exuded in general as a woman rapper. Her confidence always, I feel like, rubbed niggas the wrong way. Like, oh my God, why she always gotta talk about pussy? It's like, I know you not talking. I know your drugged out ass not talking about niggas talking about the same thing. But I feel like she opened up such a lane for even just like us regular girls to feel like, yeah, I can be sexy. Yeah, Your Honor, I am a freak bitch. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, gobble me, swallow me. Yeah, drip down inside of me. Yeah, like, it was a moment. And I feel like, speaking to the larger sexism and the larger misogynistic backlash, I feel like a lot of men hated to see women feel sexy. They hated to see women that were not like IG model status feeling beautiful and confident and like in control of their sexual experiences. And that's a common theme that I feel like women in rap face. Not all women in rap talk about sex, but the ones that do, they're talking about it from a place of domination. Or even if they're talking about it from a place of submission, it's like, fuck me like, don't fuck, like, to quote Megan, fuck me like that, don't fuck me like this. You know what I mean? That women would be deriving pleasure and not just getting beat up. Right? That women will be like, shut up, nigga, fuck me. And I like to be licked like this. And I like to be touched like this. Niggas heard women consenting and said, which? Niggas heard women deriving pleasure and dominating and controlling and taking control of their own sexual experiences and said, bitch. Men heard women and their female friends confidently rapping about how they looked and how they felt and how they smelled and the money that they had and lost their damn mind. And I feel like this is what we're seeing. This ripple effect is what we're seeing. It isn't just Me Too. It's this rise of confident Black women and confident women in general that were effectively saying, this is my body, this is my choice. This is the way that I want to maneuver. This is the way I want to be held and treated and talked to. And they said, no, we can't have that. We have to dominate because it's a patriarchy. Sick, nasty fucking work. Megan also sold out MSG, Madison Square Garden, with her self-funded tour. She also gave Glorilla an opportunity to train and learn under her. Glorilla already had F&F, right? Like she already had this moment. But you remember seeing the dip and people being like, where is Glorilla's next F&F? Like, what is going on with her? Why is she kind of fading into the background? She hops on tour with Megan. She does a joint mixtape with Megan and you start to see the refinement a little bit. And I'm not just talking about aesthetics or whatever, like frontals and boob jobs and shit. I'm talking about stage presence, breath control, choreography, just handling herself as a celebrity and as a famous rapper. Not to say that she wasn't already putting pen to paper or anything like that, but we definitely saw the glow up, no pun intended, of Glow after this tour. And then she drops Yeah Glow, and there's just so much that comes after that. Another major moment, right? We've got Flo Milli who dropped Ho Why Is You Here, which was iconic. I just love that debut project. She had Never Lose Me, which went wild in the streets, on the radio, on TikTok, in the strip clubs. But she also had Beef Flow Mix, where she remixed a Playboy Cardi song. I be forgetting that's his fucking song. And that's one of my friends from college put me on to Flo Milli like in 2019, right before this kind of like boom of women in rap. And I was like, this girl is something special. Pen to pad, 18, 19, 20 years old, being like, I still open up the damn spiral notebook and I write all my rhymes. Like, and this is kind of what I mean when I say that women saved hip hop, right? Not all the women, like I said earlier, are lyrical miracle or boom bap or whatever, but you have a lot of mainstream artists that are like, oh yeah, I still write my raps. I put pen to paper. I'm hopping in the booth and I'm doing a freestyle and I'm wrapping circles around your male favorite. The purity that they bring to rap. Doechie's remix of Timeless went up and people were noticing how she said PG Lane on the dot or something, and she was like, this is a homophone. Because I said PG Lane as in like a private jet lane, but it sounds like PG Lang, you know? And so we've got the girls doing the education, doing the knowledge, nigga. Right? No, that's not good. Let me try it again. Getting back in the booth. And I'm talking about top-down creativity. From the aesthetics, to the choreography, to the set design, to the breath control, to the pen and the paper. The delivery, the personality, the professionalism, the uniqueness. We were not getting that from niggas in white tees and chains and bust down APs, standing in one spot, losing their breath because they're on lean and all types of fucking drugs, opioids and shit, standing in one place, not knowing the lyrics, backtrack, auto-tune out the, and look, I love auto-tune, but come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Niggas is paying hundreds of dollars to come see you, for you to stand in one fucking spot and for the pyrotechnics to go off in the back. Women brought the sauce back. And that's why, to re-emphasize my point, in 2024, when Kendrick drops, everyone's like, ah, you know? Because it had been so long that we saw a man get up there and do more. This ain't cat, hat, that, shat, twat. Even Drake in the Heart Part 6 said, oh, this was good exercise to get the pin out working. Nigga, it wasn't working before? Nigga, it wasn't out before? Almost like admitting to this low maintenance, low effort shit that they're putting out. How you got a deluxe for your deluxe for your deluxe for your deluxe? How you got an hour and 30-minute runtime of bullshit? How you making a minute-long song and it still takes me forever to get through it because what the fuck are you even doing and saying on the track? Women brought this purity back, this competition back. And actually, I'm gonna link it below, Latto's Cypher that she put together. You got Maya the Don, you got Monaleo, you got Latto, you got Flo, you got so many of these women who are like fully freestyling, putting pen to paper like it's competition. And I love that. I love that. And going back to Glorilla, she went from F&F all the way to Yeah Glow. And to me, this is significant because it's proof that women can fall off or have a hiatus and bounce back successfully versus falling off into oblivion, you know? The mainstay is there, to my point. She also had a huge moment with Tomorrow 2, or I think it was just Tomorrow, and then Tomorrow 2 was the remix with Cardi B, which was, oh my gosh, Cardi's verse on that was insane. And that's when I kind of accepted. I was like, Cardi is an incredible feature artist. You know, she hopped on Put It On The Flow as well. And Angel Reese was in that video. But the features that she pumped out, her Wild Side feature, I mean, the list goes on. It's like, I don't even really need the album. I mean, if she want to drop the album, that's fine. But it's like, how beautiful is it that based on her first album, she got a Grammy, and then like based on her features and her media personality and her charisma and all that, she's had so much mainstay, she hasn't even had to drop a sophomore album. I think that's iconic. Then of course we've got Ice Spice. Munch was a huge moment. Princess Diana, Bikini Bottom. She was the whole drill New York scene, Cash Cobain scene was kind of like coming up, right? And I feel like she dominated. And even though, look, I support women's rights and wrongs sometimes depending on what the wrongs are, and it's just like not everybody can be but even for the girls that just make the fun, cute, catchy shit, she is not up to par in my mind. But you know, we have to give Miss Carrot Top her 10s because she had that whole era for sure. Then of course we've got Megan versus Nicki, we've got Latto versus Ice Spice, we've got like female rap beef that people are keeping up with, that is viable, like 20 black Suburbans, we pull up that Sunday service, oh, I just wanna, don't know why she's so nervous, but when he's so sad, cause my niggas say I'm perfect, girl, like, and then don't get me to start it on his. The first person that took a Drake shot in 2024 was Megan Thee Stallion. She was talking about his fucking BBL, she was talking about him being a fake gangster, cosplay, gangsters, fake ass accents. It's no accent you can sell me. Clock it! And she blew Nicki out the water to the point where I don't even know what Bigfoot was, y'all. Raise your hand if you were also scared.
We'll all join in. We'll all play the reindeer games.
I don't even know what Bigfoot was. She was whispering a cappella on a non-beat, it lying on your dead mama. What the fuck? But we do not give Megan her 10s enough for literally molly-whopping Nicki. We don't. Like, the new Supreme is obviously there, along with the rise of Doechii. And I hope she continues to just like focus and stay the course, which I know she will, because all this, she's an interesting plant and all this shit, it doesn't even fucking matter. The proof is in the pudding. The work, the study, the creativity. I cannot wait to see where her career continues to go. And outside of her fashion, like her commitment to self-reflection, to the pen, to vocabulary words, to cracking open a thesaurus, to parts of speech, to bringing the consciousness back to hip hop and making it fun and making it cool and making it sexy. That's my goat. That's my fucking go, bitch. I also wanted to talk about Monaleo too, because if you notice the theme, basically everybody I mentioned except for Nicki and Cardi are from the South. Megan's from Houston, Flo Millie's from Alabama, Glorilla's from Memphis. And Ice Spice is from New York too. Monaleo's from Houston. Doechie's from Florida. The City Girls are from Florida. Sexy Red, I think she's from St. Louis. Southern Girls are up. The South got something to say. Yeah, 3 Stacks. That shit still is a true statement and relevant statement to this day. The South has something to say, and you probably popping your ass and your pussy to something this summer made by a Southern woman. So say thank you. Yeah. I also loved, this is random because my camera finna die, but I also loved Sugar Honey Iced Tea from Latto, and I loved Throwing Bows from Monaleo. She had an incredible collaboration with Baby Kia. If you even know who Baby Kia is, God bless you. She sampled Toxic by Britney Spears on the song, and it was kind of this like rock rap infusion. It was like giving a little Rico Nasty, it was giving a little punk rock.
Bam, wham, bam, wham, bam, what that hoe? Wham, bam, what that hoe? Bow, bow, what that hoe? Bow, bow, what that hoe? BK, watch I pull up sideways on the 4-wheeler. By the backhanded bitch, but my whole hitter.
She had Don Julio, which had the girl, if I just do this, got a motherfucking point, like Don Julio ran the summer. Go watch her freestyles. Monaleo is so talented and I cannot wait. I did hear in a recent freestyle she just got signed, so I'm interested to see what's gonna look like with the bigger budget, but she is pure talent. I loved her her part on her freestyle on Latto's Cypher. That was incredible. There is so much fucking talent. The field is ripe with talent, and we can love and enjoy all aspects and subgenres of hip hop because I believe women saved it. When there was a cultural drought because of whatever reason, when the men were getting locked up and dying and just not pushing their pen forward, the women came through and they continue to come through. And we just have to say thank you. Now, to close out, I'm going to give my personal top 5 women in rap right now. And definitely I will link my top 10 video that I did a couple months ago in the description below. Number 1, Megan. Number 2, Doechii. Number 3, Flo Milli. Number 4, Monaleo. Number 5, Glorilla. Honorable mentions, Sexy Red, Latto, and JT. Who are your top 3 to 5 female rappers that are out right now? And I know I use the word female a lot in this video. I don't agree with calling women females, but women rapper is such a tongue twister sometimes that sometimes I just use female rapper and that just kind of came out like that. So don't jump me, don't jump me. But if you like this video, if you gained anything from it, if you agree or disagree or whatever, please leave your comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.